that asked me to tie in personal beliefs to go with our theme. And I thought a lot about it, and I wanted to share a story about how I found God. Well, depending on who you ask, how God finally got tired of me waiting, or for him to be waiting, and came over and tapped me on the shoulder and said, "You ready yet?" Most of my life, I thought I had things under control. I was the guy that I didn't need anybody. I was very independent. I didn't have time for God, but I knew he was there. I was busy. I was distracted. I was convinced that I could handle everything by myself, but you know, the kind of person who refuses to read the instructions when you buy something new. I've got this. And then you mess it up. Thank you. Then came a moment, not a crisis, not a lightning bolt. It was just kind of a moment of truth in my life. I had a wonderful wife, and I still do. She has led me through various things. And I had great people around me, but there was something missing in my life. And for the first time, I admitted it. I wasn't sure what it was, but I admitted it. I was airlifted from Shelby, Montana, from Mercy Flight, the helicopters that saves lives, to Great Falls, Montana. At the time, I thought I was having some heart issues, but instead of fear, I felt very comfortable. I felt peace-like. I felt like somebody was watching over me. When we landed in Great Falls, I remember closing my eyes and saying a prayer. Not a Las Vegas prayer, not a New York parking prayer, but a real prayer. A prayer that thanking God for putting people around me that could take care of me, whatever the issue was. So yes, I prayed. Now I wish I could tell you it was very poetic and it was beautiful and we had harps and all that. It really didn't happen. What happened was I simply said, "Hi, it's me, and I don't really know what to say." Well, I really think God at the time appreciated the honesty of all that. And something shifted in my life. It wasn't fireworks, it wasn't angels, but it was a calming in my life. The kind of feeling where you get when you have like a backpack on your shoulders and it's full of rocks and you just kind of take it off, packs that you all carry, and you take it off. It's kind of nice. Lift it off my shoulders. And it reminded me of a verse, Proverbs 3:5-6, that said, "Truth in the Lord with all your heart, and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways submit to him, and he will make your path straight." I realized something. My whole life, I'd been leaning on my own, understanding what I believed was right. And let's be honest, every once in a while I ended up in a ditch. Not because of my driving, guys, it's just my life. But in that moment, I finally let go. I stopped trying to be the one that answered all my questions. I actually went to a guy that knew the answers way before I did. Finding God didn't magically fix everything. I'm not here to tell you that. It's not a magical thing. Life didn't turn around. It wasn't a Hallmark movie. But I still had challenges. I still make mistakes. And to this day, I wonder sometimes, what in the world am I doing? But the difference was this. I wasn't doing it alone. My wife by my side, God was right in front of me. They gave me purpose where I was lost, strength when I was weak, grace when I definitely didn't deserve it, and patience. Oh, my wife and her patience. I'm not kidding. And the biggest change is I stopped trying to be the boss of my life. Turns out, when you let God drive, you're not in the ditch as much. I mean, really, if God can make a bug backside light up, imagine what he can do for you. I'm just saying. So I'm not standing here as someone who has everything figured out, not by a long shot. I'm standing here as someone who finally understands that I don't have it figured out. God has been steady, faithful, and far more forgiving than I ever earned. And that has entirely changed my life. So I leave you with this. Open your minds, open your heart, and listen to that voice. Listen to God's voice. He's got pretty good directions. Because I tell you this from experience, when you stop leaning on yourself and start trusting Him, that's when the path finally starts to make sense. Thank you for listening to my story. Let me share my journey, and I hope it brings a smile to your face, some encouragement, and maybe remind you that God meets us exactly where we are when we let Him do that. He will accept you. And let me tell you, sometimes it's confusing, and we don't understand the direction, but He will guide us in the right direction. Thank you, and God bless each and every one of you.